Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Joker figure. Right off the bat, I'm having some issues with the articulation on this figure. Those knee joints are kind of stiff. It feels like there's double knee joints, and I can get this bottom part to bend back, but has a little bit of resistance trying to come back into position, and I can't get this other one to bend as much. Also in the hip area, based on just the design of his figure, his legs hinge out a little bit lower than I'd expect based on where I think his hips and his legs should pivot at. And the figure looks a little weird if his legs aren't totally close together. It just looks slightly off the way his thighs protrude if you spread his legs a little bit apart. But I really am liking the double jointed elbows quite a bit, and the mid-torso cut works pretty well. I also like the fact that the head has a hinge at the bottom of the neck and a ball joint at the top, which creates some creepy little positions that you can do, which is rather appropriate for this figure. Here's a few nitpicks about the figure. You know, this one, when it came out of the packaging, the collar was flipped up, so I'm constantly trying to put the tie over the collar, and the collar keeps popping up. Now, the lapels are also a little sloppy right at the tips here. You know, this one in particular has I don't know if that's glue or what that is, but yeah, the tops of these lapels are kind of bent and not so clean. Also, I don't like that I can see the little Velcro right there on the other side of the shirt. But the rest of the outfit, for the most part, is good. I mean, the pinstriping on the pants looks clean enough. You know, some of the stitching on the figure isn't as tight as, say, you know, Hot Toys has been, but well, it is what it is. One thing that I really like, though, is the spats on these shoes are made of like a soft rubber. It's a kind of a fun little effect. It's not cloth, it's not hard plastic, and I really dig it. Now, one thing that they did a great job with, look at that head sculpt. You know, I'm always reviewing Hot Toys figures that are based on a very specific human likeness, but this gets, you know, a sort of a free license to be as stylish as they want to be. And the shading in the eye area, not just that sort of gray tone, but like the shading within the wrinkles. It's really cool. And just look at those creepy eyes. I mean, that's some good painting for the eyeballs there, let alone the sculpting of the eyebrows and the arched brow. As far as like the white tone goes, I like that they've kind of mixed the tones, the peach kind of mixed in with the wrinkles of the eyes, the teeth, and the smile. The smile is a great kind of stylish, comic booky grin. It's creepy. It's just the kind of creepy the Joker needs to have. And one of the things that I really dig is the styling of the hair. I think they picked a really kind of great way to go. I love the different tones of paint used and the sculpting of the little waves in the hair. All in all, this face sculpt is probably the best thing about this figure. It comes with some pretty tiny accessories, including these Joker cards. I like that they're kind of dirty on the back. The backing's kind of scratched or worn out. There's also this really tiny lighter that's got like a sculpted flame on it and a little Joker on it. He also comes with a gun, and the chamber spins, and of course there's this little flag that you can pop in there for that effect. He also comes with a bunch of dynamite, a little razor blade, and his cane with the skull jester on top of it. He also comes with many different hands. Here's a pair of left and right hands for gripping. Got these other left and right hands. Then you got my favorite hand, the Joy Buzzer hand, and this other grip right hand. And lastly, you got another pair of like wonky left and right hands. Now he also comes with an alternate head. So we'll pop that on the figure in just a moment, but I think this is a fantastic sculpt. I like the open mouth laughing, and the hat looks really good. The paint on it's pretty clean. I think it turned out cool. Oh, and there's also the figure stand. He also comes with a coat. So let's put this coat on and the alternate head and take a look at it. Now, I recommend you use the figure stand with this figure because I had a hard time getting him to stand on his own with his wonky legs. But I got to admit, this coat turned out pretty good. I thought it was going to add a lot of bulk to it, but it's not made of very thick material, and it was pretty easy putting it on, and it looks pretty good on the figure. Now, this head sculpt is something that I'm a really big fan of. I think this is creepy. I think this reminds me of kind of his style in The Killing Joke. And I think that, again, the gray around the eyes, the arched eyebrows, this maniacal laugh, and even, you know, like the molars of his teeth have a little sculpt to them. I think this turned out awesome. Now, I may have been nitpicky about the Joker's regular outfit, but I do like the details on this coat. I like the way that these buttons are sewn on. I think they look better than the buttons on the figure's shirt and vest, and I like that they use little metal buckles on the coat. Now, the outfit on this figure is decent. It's not awesome, but it's not awful. I think if you're a fan of the Joker as a character, as a comic book character, I think you're really going to like this figure because it's got a great set of head sculpts and some really, really, really fun accessories that are really appropriate for the Joker. I think there's a lot of different poses and different things that you can achieve with these accessories. And as a Joker fan, I can recommend this figure. Thanks for watching.